Hey everyone, welcome to the afternoon update. I'm Maggie Lake here with macro strategist Craig Shapiro. Sorry for the delay. A couple tech gremlins happens all the time. Hey Craig.
Good afternoon, Maggie.
So, we were talking this morning, kind of wondering what the day was going to hold. It kind of felt like maybe a back and fill. Looks like tech stocks and metals are the story.
Yeah, I kind of talked about a quiet day. It's been a quiet day, but it's been a grind up, a little bit of a melt up into some degree. We saw big moves in precious. We've seen good moves in the indices and kind of across the board. I mean, the one outlier I'd point out is we spent a lot of time yesterday and over the weekend trying to identify the Venezuelan news and what that would mean for oil markets and energy stocks. And we've seen a decent reversal there. I mean, crude's down about 2% on the day, and some of the big winners from yesterday, like Chevron and some of the oil services names, are checking back. So I think, again, we're having these rotations kind of daily. We're getting vol selling and some flows for the beginning parts of the year. I used the word sloppy this morning. I'm going to try to find a better word for tomorrow to indicate kind of what I see here. But for now, it seems like low vol, grind up, and folks are waiting for the back half of the week data, right? We get ADP and services ISM tomorrow. We'll get claims on Thursday, and we'll get the NFP on Friday. I think the market is looking for that direction from the labor market. Are things really, rolling over more materially, like we started to see a little bit of that evidence in the fourth quarter? Or have things stabilized now? The government's reopened and labor market is fine. And so the Fed, doesn't need to be thinking too much about cutting rates more aggressively. And that's kind of your Goldilocks situation here, where the Fed is providing some accommodation. The economy is doing fine. The labor market isn't slowing too rapidly. Inflationary pressures are coming down. And markets feel like they could just continue to move higher. So we'll get a lot of data starting tomorrow, though.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about that ADP data. Can I just throw one more thing out there for people to be conscious of? And I think we're gonna learn a lot about sentiment as we move through this. It just came to my attention when I was looking through some stuff that Supreme Court Opinion Day is Friday. First possibility that we may get a ruling on the tariffs. Now, you may not be looking at that at all and think that's not going to affect any of my positions, but it's just when you have a big headline day and you've got jobs numbers coming and then you layer that on top, it could have the potential to move markets. So I think that's something that we're going to start to hear a lot more of as the week progresses.
No, for sure. And I don't think it's really being priced into volatility at all, right? I mean, we've seen the, 1 day volatility is grinding, much lower on the day. And even like 9 day volatility is only up a little bit. The VIX is kind of, remains muted. And so, but yeah, Friday could be a big day between the combination of NFP and this Supreme Court ruling. We talked about that this morning on tariffs. I think markets are expecting an adverse ruling at this point. The question will be how, if that comes through, how aggressive is the court with respect to forcing the administration to return the proceeds immediately? Is there a time delay there? Right. I think the expectation is that money is going to come back to people quickly. I don't think that's really how it's going to go down. The administration is going to slow play the ability to send that money back, I think. And so we'll see. But the bond market weakness at the long end, I think, has been reflective of some of these concerns that its tariff revenues are going to go away. Deficit spending is going to be back. We're seeing that deficit spending in Japan and Europe, as we've talked about. And so potential for a big curve steepener. But if the long end gets unmoored, that could be a little bit of an issue here, for markets. And, in combination with the payroll data, I think Friday could be a very interesting day.
Yeah. Here we are sitting at the end of the day. It looks like the Dow stays on track. It's going to close above 49,000. That seemed to be the best performer, but we had strength across the board and it's chips once again. And we heard Kevin Muir, who's our guest this morning, kind of talking about that tension. It was reflected in the chat as well, that you could be concerned about valuations. Kevin said it's a bubble. He knows it's unpopular opinion. But then someone else was saying, but you're not in them, and then they rip, and then you're left on the sideline. That seems to be the tension everyone's caught in here.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to, the market's trying to identify where are the profit points, where are the bottlenecks, right? And so, there was chip shortages clearly, and NVIDIA took a lot of the early economics from the AI capex trend. And now that we're kind of moving through and they're building things out, we're trying to find, the next places, whether it's power, whether it's chips, whether it's memory. DRAM is, prices are moving higher. So the market's becoming a little bit more, looking for where the earnings expectations can actually grow from here. Obviously, we've seen that move, like we've seen that move through. And so, I think the market's getting a little bit more discriminatory here, right? The indices are strong, but there are certain names that are really outperforming, and other names are falling by the wayside here. Market's going to be, increasingly focused on those earnings. And we talked about that this morning. Is it a stock picker's market for 2026? Maybe we'll finally be there.
Yeah, maybe, but we've been waiting for that for a while. Speaking of outperformance, got to mention silver up 6%. Merritt was talking about just looking to scout that all day. So presumably I had a good one at it. Platinum also up 7%, palladium up 6%. Those are really big gains.
Yeah, I think we're seeing that, that debasement story is in there. We talked about that with Larry Lepard yesterday. And look, I think the geopolitical concerns, China talking about some export restrictions on Japan for military application for certain products. And, we know what they're doing on rare earths back and forth there. So countries are going to get more protective of their commodities, and the supply chains are going to get a little bit more strained. That's a little bit more kind of inflationary from the commodity point of view. So I think it's no surprise that we're seeing that develop in precious, and you're seeing that now in bulk metals and base metals too, right? With copper making highs, aluminum doing better. Kevin talked about that this morning with his Alcoa call, and now nickel too. Nickel's kind of been the last one to go here, and it's been on a downtrend for quite some time. And you're seeing even a pretty big move in nickel today. So maybe that's indicative more of an ending move. We'll see.
Yeah.
But certainly the asset allocation to commodities to start the year has been strong.
Well, let's see if everything can hold these gains into the close. And that is what it's time for now. Craig, I'll see you tomorrow. Time to trade the close with Leo and Kane.
Brother, how are you?
I almost missed the turning
Oh,
the mute.
you.
You almost had me.
Oh, that would have been good.
Almost had to tell me I was muted.
Yeah, that was. To be honest, I didn't know you were muted, so I just thought you were ignoring me.
I mean, that would be the other, logical explanation.
How's life?
Good. I was just actually pulling up the Dow chart while they were talking about it, and holy, it's on a heater.
No, I've not looked. I'll have a look in a
It's
second.
new highs since, I mean, the pullback that we had that, that NQ is trying to get, break out of is Dow's just been on a run
Let me bring it up.
nonstop.
Okay, let me have a look. The Dow. All my homies hate the Dow.
Just pull up like a 240 minute.
Jeez. Oh yeah, just small pullback and then went ripper again.
Okay. Chat, we have a bit of a technical issue on our end. We are going to temporarily turn off the stream, and we'll be back in about 2 to 3 minutes. We're so back.
We're back now. Right, yeah, we are. Chat, sorry about that. Thanks for sticking around.
Two
Kane
people
fixed that
left, by the
ugly.
way. They were like, nah, I'm not sticking around for this.
Good riddance. I know the truth. The true supporters, they're just tuning in. You know. Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon.
Good
Yeah.
afternoon.
So
Good
so
afternoon.
so wait. So Dow is ripping higher.
It's legit, just straight the hell up. It's in a channel, Cooper.
This is pretty nuts.
Hello, man, dude. Good afternoon.
So wait. So they're all about to. ES is about to break out to the upside. I just see that. Is NQ there? Oh, it's nowhere near. This is like January PA to a T, isn't it? Um, even last January, Dow made new highs, ES followed, NQ failed, and then we dumped. Take from that where you will.
What are you taking from it?
I know I would like to see a bit of a sell-off.
Oh,
But honestly, I mean, it's pretty clear we're going higher, isn't it? I haven't really.
yeah. I mean, we are approaching the upper edge of this balance range. We, sold off from those 870s. I think we're going to be going after last month and last week's high. So December's high, last week's high.
Mm.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we just lollygag our way up there until Friday.
Yeah, I've got low expectations.
Very low.
Yeah.
Craig said it best. It's a slow grind to the upside, even though relative volume is higher. The intraday volume here is not. This is not what you want to see when you're looking for a potential end of day trade for me. This is one of my more favorite setups for potential liquidation, where you just kind of get, this grind higher, and then you start to build like this little flagging upwards channel. Which also, if you look at this volume here, we're building a volume node here. So
Just buy the LVL.
if we lose this volume node at 93, that could be a good short opportunity, but I would really have to see some aggression come from the sellers to get involved on a short. And I'm not a buy the high kind of day person, so it will be slim pickings here for me. What about you?
I called summer short at 10. I gave most of it back though. I didn't hang around in it. I took it at 10. Caught some of it, stopped me out at 10:15. I'm I was kind of just AFK in the brain most of the morning, and then I just stopped looking, to be honest with you, brother. I once we were holding this opening price, I was like, we go back to the high, it's really just gonna be a grind up all day kind of day.
Yeah,
And now that's what we're doing. And this price action is like the price action that can kill me if I want to get involved in it, because I would just try and pick a top, and
yeah,
like you just slowly get grinded out, and then it's like grinds you out, pulls back, grinds you out, pulls back, and it's just
yeah.
like these slow highs. It's just,
Right.
and I don't want to be a guy that buys the high and sells it higher, because I'm not good at that. So yeah, it's definitely tough, but I don't know. We could see some late day liquidation, especially if like all of this gets run out. But like,
Yeah.
what's going to drive that? I don't want to bet on that right now, to be honest.
Right. Right. Yeah, you just need Pax here to yell at us about don't sell, don't try to catch a top, you know.
Yeah, catching tops made me a millionaire. I'm going to continue doing it.
That's why we need Pax in here so you guys can go at it, you know.
I think it works different for different people. Like I don't mind losing. Like I think a lot of people really fucking hate it. I'm cool with taking a loser, knowing that this will roll. Or you know,
Mm-hmm. Yes,
tomato,
sir.
tomato. So we'll see. But yeah,
I see a news. Somebody said somebody's noticed a new squiggly line on my chart.
yeah, I noticed that as well. I was going to ask about that.
Wow. Okay.
What is
This
it?
is a bit of a something that we've had around for quite a while. It's essentially, we use kind of like, pivot levels. One of our tools is kind of like a pivot point. So this is actually a moving version of that. So it's like a rolling pivot. And the idea is, just essentially using that as a gauge for kind of the market pressure, right? So above it, generally it's going to be bullish. Below it, generally going to be bearish. And so, if you're trying to trade with trend, kind of using this as a gauge for, participation.
Yep.
But then also it's great. It's a great area for, support resistance. Like once we're tested, we were above it, built some volume above it, tested it here, 24-hour view up and the rolling pivot. So it's kind of two areas of confluence there. So that's it.
It looks good though.
It's been a staple on the charts for the OFL members. I just have been late to pull it into my chart.
Yeah, it makes sense. It looks good. There was a lot of buying this morning, around that 5 minute mid.
Right here. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
really
I
just
mean
sent
that
that.
would be a prime. That's a prime setup for me. We also got a nice sell from prior
Mm,
months, the top of value from last month at
yeah.
75. Um,
Yeah, I just
so
got
just
baited into
basic.
that a little bit early, to know
This
honesty.
one, yeah, I can see
Yeah,
why.
I kind of sold the real before we broke down. Kind of
Right.
like I was like got stopped in profit, but it was just silly, like and then as soon as it came back, I was like, yeah, I could sell it. I'll wait for 10:30, play some IB, look above and fail. Never got it. I was like, well,
Yeah.
fuck me then. So, yeah, and I kind of just walked away like before the hour, and then it
Yeah.
gave that 5 minute mid. So
The passive seller on ES at the high is cute. Oh, that is cute.
they're just
I've
selling it.
noticed the order book. Yeah, it's just somebody sitting on the offer. The order book in NQ is really thick. There's like 10, 10, 15, 12. Right at best bid, best ask for like 12 ticks. It's kind of uncommon to see that much, um, on the order
Oh,
book like that.
yeah.
But it
I
was
don't know.
there yesterday too.
I like to let the first week of the year, kind of just settle, and then you know, money starts to flow in as the weeks progress.
Right.
Um, I never really have a good first like full trading week, and last week didn't really count. So,
Yep.
um, had a good day yesterday. Pretty more meh day today, kind of break even-ish, small loss, but nothing crazy. I would love to see this liquidate, but honestly, if YM is just on a rampage, then the all indices are just gonna follow at some point.
Yeah.
What's the homie gold doing? Pull back after 10. Great sell today. I like pull back at 10, pull back at 1. Silver. I'm sad we missed this whole
Is Nick trading
thing.
silver yet? Has he streamed any silver trading yet?
I
Chat?
haven't had time to tune in, so chat might have to help us with this one.
Chat? Do you guys know? We need to hold him accountable. Chat might be slower than the market today. What the heck? He can't be
Hey, look.
trading silver. It's still moving.
Um, most people are still coming back from holidays, right? So it's gonna be slow.
Damn, I didn't realize silver. It went all the way back to the 82s. Holy 81 half.
Oh, it took out that high.
No, it hasn't taken out that Globex high yet.
I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah, I
you
mean,
you won't take out that six o'clock high, that open print,
considering that silver was trading
thirty
between
dollars.
30 and $40 for an entire year, and now it's double that in a few days. That is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's still nuts. I don't know. If I ever saw like a blow off top on an asset, and if it wasn't a commodity, I would be like, yeah, this looks very silly. Like, blow off top, sell it into oblivion, like have some sort of bear market. But they are buying the pants off of it.
Well, there's a serious macro story behind that move, right? So it's hard to
Yeah.
it's hard to go
Failing that is,
against. It's hard to go against that.
yeah, you're picking up pennies in front of a freight train there. Silver target $100 plus. Uh, yeah, I mean gold target's 5K. Kind of makes sense, right? They're aligned then.
Yeah, I can show you what I'm seeing here on ES. We're trying to build this out for NinjaTrader, but if you want to look at the screenshot here, you'll see lots of blue delta here at the highs, so 69.90s. A couple hundred lots, 500, 400, and then you have 900, and you see this volume node build out here. So that indicates that, we had kind of hung out here in ES at the 69.89s while the offer was reloading. So, buyers would take out the offer and the offer would then replenish, right? So that's how you get those deltas built up like that. So somebody in chat was just referencing that there was some absorption there at the highs at the 69.90s, which you can see, right here on the order book. That's it. Forget the why, just an observation that NQ is flying, NVIDIA is down.
Nvidia wasn't down this morning though, was it?
I don't know. I don't look at individual stocks.
Yeah, it kind of gapped up. So, and then it pulled back.
What's the best look back for ES on the tape reader? It really depends on the data series that you put it on. So what I would adjust it, there's a kind of a balance with any order flow information. Order flow is always real time, right? You don't always want to have the closest to the sun of order flow data because there's some noise in it. So that's why you use kind of look backs to smooth it out. And so what I would recommend is, adjusting the settings to your style, what you like. And that means finding that balance between, something that's not too far behind, but that's not totally like real time right now. Because if you go down to like a 2 or a 3 look back, every candle, if you look at it just from a delta perspective, it's just going to be red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. You want to look for more of the trend and what's happening underneath the hood. So I would just you know see what fits your style best and how long your data series is. Keep that in mind too. What earphones are those, Kane?
Oh, I don't know. They are
Were you complaining about your earphones?
my previous ones.
Oh, you got new
No,
ones.
yeah, I got new ones.
What'd you get?
Moondrop. They're a Moondrop in ear
Moon,
headphone. Like I was just getting bored. Like the
moon
Apple
drop.
headphones were good, but the cable was so short that I had to plug it in all the way over there, and like I could basically was just attached right here. And if I moved, it would just pull my head off. So I bought some in-ear
Are they wired or wireless?
headphones. They're wired. I don't wear anything wireless
Because
um
of
because of the EMFs. I don't really wear it because I can't be asked to charge them. Like I don't I'm really bad at charging things. Like my mouse dies 24/7. I just have to plug it in. Like I'll be using it and then plug it in. So good morning, Nick. Did you just wake up?
it's always good morning for Nick.
Oh,
Yeah,
why that's
me.
bad? Yeah. Alien, okay, what's your take on paper trading? Because I'm in drawdown and looking at paper trading to get more reps in my strategy and get out of drawdown. I um I think it's a catch-22. I think paper trading's good and having the reps, but also I think as people, we are we're more susceptible to not respect it because we know it's not real. And we can just hit reset and go again. And it's just like you could constantly have get out of jail free cards. Where at least with like prop or real money, it's kind of holds you accountable. I would say it's better to trade with a lot less size or like one micro and it still be real money than to trade with paper. Be- so that you are getting the reps in, but it's like very small loss, like the smallest you can possibly be, because you have to put you you have to learn to train yourself from an emotional intelligence perspective when it comes to trading, and if you're not putting real money on, you'll never train that tick, I guess.
I agree
What's
with
your thought,
that.
Leo? Yeah, you
Yeah,
agree?
I agree with that. I think the sim trading, like true simulated trading, should be used for be very like immediate beginners and also learning your platform. So like how do you, put a trade on, how to use your take profits, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Just maneuvering around. And then if you're in a drawdown situation, um, and you're kind of losing that confidence, sim trading is not going to give you the confidence, right? You're going to
yeah,
build
agreed.
confidence. You're going to build that confidence over time by restoring your belief in yourself and your system, because it's two things there. And so a lot of times reducing the overall risk that you put on a trade can that alone can take the pressure off of you to where you start to perform again and kind of get your rhythm back. So I would suggest at least 1 to 2 micros.
Yeah, you gotta feel it, but not enough that it's like gonna kill you. You know,
Yeah, right.
like that's the reality.
You can actually make a decent amount of money with 1 to 2 micros, believe it or not.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? You're gonna put fifty
Not
dollars profit on
millions,
Twitter.
okay, Kane, not millions.
No, no, I'm just joking. I'm about to make a joke, actually. Take a stab at people. I said, what are you gonna do? You're gonna post your $50 profit on Twitter. People are just gonna clown you. But fuck them. Fuck those guys. That's the truth.
That's
So
correct, Kane. Fuck them.
sorry, I know it's family show. I know you guys have a go at me, but
I mean, I don't know. Is it a family show?
Hey, talk
not in
dirty
my
to me.
not in my eyes.
I mean, I can imagine what happened, in the trading floor pits. I'm sure they were very cordial. They never used any bad words. It was all, hey, buddy, can I buy one from you?
Yeah, because that's exactly how Pax speaks, right?
Yeah. I'm sure
Yeah.
Pax never said a bad word
Oh
as
yeah,
my
Daddy's gonna get his Ferragamos.
as my son calls me out that daddy, that was a bad word.
Oh, really? Is that what he says?
Mm. And I'll be like, what did I say? And he won't say it.
Oh, you've trained him well.
Mm.
Have you told him like, no, you can say it. You won't get in trouble. Have you tried that one?
No.
Yeah, because then he takes advantage of it.
Yeah.
I got my
My wife would kill me if I did that.
yeah. My my cousin, she's like me, right? She just is like fuck this, fuck that, fuck. And she tries not to swear in front of her little one. No, she's got two girls, she's got an older one and a little one. And at Christmas she sent me this video of them putting baubles on a Christmas tree. And she goes to put the bauble on the Christmas tree, drops it on the floor, and as it drops on the floor, the little one just goes, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And she's recording her because she thought it was a cute little video. So she goes, "Poppy, what did you say?" And she's like, "What did I say?" I said, "Bauble, Christmas tree." Like she knows what she did. And then the older one just goes, "No, mum," she said, "for fuck's sake." She's like, "Okay, I know what she said. I was getting her to repeat it." And the older one just took full advantage of the fact that she could say it.
Yeah,
Like she knew. Yeah.
that's funny.
This, in all honesty, guys, I know someone asked, "Is this a short?" This is a short that I would like to see play out. But considering we've just bought most of the day, I'd most likely want to buy it here. Like buy this area and then like reversal out of here. This is a short that, like, if it wasn't the first week of the year, I would probably jump into right now. At least a couple. Um, Nothing crazy, but 2 o'clock already swept out the high, right? So 2 o'clock swept out the high. All I really want to do is look for structure above, acceptance below, resell, acceptance back below. That's kind of a very short basis idea. This leg, you get the break, so it's just like sell this area. Um, but yeah, I don't really trust the price action today. I took two losers, although it wasn't massive. Still took two losers. So I'm just trying to shake off the icicles, uh, de-thaw from winter, and get back to it.
I'm just ready for I don't know, maybe I am gonna have to start trading gold and silver finally. I mean, I got I kind of half toed into silver or gold, and I lost interest because NQ started moving right around that
Yeah,
time.
same.
It's so slow. I wonder if I have an internet problem. Sorry, one of my charts just stopped working. Yeah. Sweet. Um, I think I might join Nick's endeavors and I hate to just the thing is, Kane, like I don't want to just join the trend of like everyone else trading silver all of a sudden. But you
Yeah,
know
I
what?
know, but
Like I
it's
had the
money.
same idea for gold, and you know, I didn't trade gold last year out of spite, and there were a lot of good moves in it until the end of the year.
Yeah. I The thing is with these things is I didn't start trading gold recently until it had that pullback, that meaningful pullback, right? Um, so on the meaningful pullback, it gave me nice upside targets, nice downside targets. It had some price action that wasn't, all-time high. Silver right now, like I'm gonna approach that thing every day and try and sell it, and like I know I'm just gonna lose a lot of money, especially considering the tick value.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of waiting a little bit, waiting for it to kind of cool off a little bit, maybe give us some more local price action. And I'll get in. I'll add silver and gold and ES and NQ to the books. Maybe, who knows? Maybe this is the year I'm going to trade ES, take some ES trades.
Shut up.
Oh, I know. Crazy. Crazy. The one thing you'll never catch me doing, though, is trading RTY and YM and all these other things.
Yeah, no.
Like,
That's a done deal. If I trade a different market, it's going to be non-index.
yeah, like, oh, I don't know. It, if you're trading indexes and you're not trading ES or NQ and you're gravitating towards RTY and YM and stuff like that, I would say you have an impulse control. Because, like, unless you started there, but like the people that start on NQ and ES and jump between the four, it's like you could just stop doing that. A setup is a setup, regardless of a product. Yeah, sure, but I don't know many like successful retail futures traders that trade five, six, seven, eight products. In fact, I know none.
I don't know many that trade a bazillion markets. Actually, there's one. Uh, you know him. He tracks kind of just like a couple of setups, and he has a chart book for every market, and he'll just trade that market where his setup is there.
Okay.
Um, but he's unique in that standpoint.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I don't know. Yeah. Like I said, I'm yet to really find someone that trades oil, bonds, NQ, ES, YM, RTY, gold, silver, nat gas. Like, I don't know anyone that trades all of those assets or even a handful of those assets and extracts true money from all of them, you know?
Right.
The people that are like, nah, I'm an oil trader. Like, I know these people fucking kill it on oil. That's it. That's all they live and
Yeah.
breathe.
Right.
Same with
Same with
nat
bond
gas.
guys, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you couldn't pay most bond guys to trade anything other than bonds because that's where that's where their edge is. That's where they know they're going to make money. You
Right.
show them an NQ chart, they're going to be like, well, bonds is going to do this, so NQ is probably going to do this,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I'm sure other people trade multiple markets, but it's not something that I mean, one of the things and one of the reasons that I got out of trading options was that I was just tired of having, my neck on a swivel, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
idea of specializing in one or two markets was what was appealing to me about coming to futures.
Agreed. What about Axia Futures Desk in London? I mean, yeah, they probably have 20 people trading 20 different things. Maybe a couple of the guys there are trading three or four things, but I again, the people that I know that have traded on relatively large desks, they just trade the same. They just trade a basket of indices or a basket of currencies or a basket of, and it's one, two, three. And most of the time, they're trading one thing in that three baskets. They just have the other two in there in case the one thing dries up, and goes quiet for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I value my sleep, you know? Like I traded like 20 assets, 30 assets when I traded crypto full time. Like fuck, I do not want to do that again. Like the amount of sleepless nights I had from having a large position on and volatility into the close, like, oh no. No, I just don't want to do it.
What are
The
your thoughts
syndicate.
on taking a trade on a pullback right now? I mean, if we get a pullback, I would. We may have just gotten like a little micro pullback that would have been worth the long, but I don't think
Basically
it's not
just
one that
buying
would
the
fit my
high.
style.
Yeah. I'd love to be able to buy these. I honestly, if someone can give me a playbook that means I can buy these and it has edge, I'd do it because this is probably the one thing that I would love to be able to do is buy it high and sell it higher and sell it low and sell it lower. I just can't. I just can't do it.
Well, it's
Brain's
not in
not
your
wired that
strategy
way.
either.
Yeah, my brain's just not wired that way. Like I spent a lot of time as like a very very beginner in trading breakouts from trends, trading breakouts from highs and lows,
Yeah.
and I just never made money. I just never made money. So I basically did the opposite of what I used to do. And sometimes we get breakouts and they work, and sometimes we don't. It's just the
Yeah.
luxury of this game. But this is definitely an area I would. It's hard, right? Because the 4 hour opens are current like being respected. Open up 2 o'clock right here, deviate below, buy back up. Quite a lot of buying pressure came in at 11, like 311.
Yeah.
Someone wants to buy it up here. Yeah,
Yeah. I think.
Stowe has the ability to buy it higher and sell it higher. But again, like sometimes I look at the stuff that Stowe has done in the past and I'm like, I couldn't do that. Like this is ballsy
Right.
in my life. How do you describe my style? Um, I can trade continuations. I just can't trade them from at the high. So like, I really have two trades in my playbook, picking highs and lows around the 4 hour opens, right? So like, 4 hour opens up. Sorry, let me do it like this. Like this, actually, I can just show you the current price action. 4 hour opens up right here on this line, takes a high, pulls back. Like for me, this isn't good enough, but it's to symbolize. Really, all I really want to do is sell this, ideally to here, ideally to like some 50% of the range. And if this continues to move down, I pick the top. And if not, and it keeps grinding up, I might have one more stab at it, like this trade, right? This is just like grinding up, grinding up, grinding up. Breaks, sell somewhere in this leg. Use the start, target the previous hourly low, or 50% like down here. Again, the market's just warming up for the year. I don't expect it to have any meaningful sell-off. And then the other trade is a pullback from this area, right? This is 50% of this move, right? I want to look for some sort of meaningful trade back out of here, back up to the high.
Yeah.
Maybe deep pullback, maybe shallow. I'll probably just buy this back up to here, maybe even like 50% of this move. So they're like my two playbook trades really.
Something we both
Um,
share and like just commonalities is looking at a lot of areas like half back retracements, 50%,
yeah, I mean, if you mark out low to highs so obviously and so clearly trades into 50% so often.
Right.
So
Short. It's tempting to short this move. Yeah.
hey, look,
Nothing more.
one thing I'll say is on the what trading day is this? How many trading days have we had this year?
It's third.
Uh, the third trading day of the year. I'm gonna ease into this one, boys. I'm not
Oh,
like
sorry. The
itching.
fourth. The fourth.
No, it's the third because the first was a bank holiday.
Oh shit. You're right.
So I'm gonna ease into this one. I don't need to short the move on the close on the third day of the year. Like it's good. It's going to be clean at the start of the session. If it's not, it's most likely not going to be clean. And
We're getting a little bit of exhaustion here. I'm gonna put a short on just a couple
yeah.
contracts.
I mean, I don't hate it with a new hourly, and then it kind of gives you even more room to go back down to here.
I'll keep my stop tight.
Guys, I thought this show was PG-13. You thought wrong.
I'm literally just going off of the exhaustion that we saw into this high. I mean, there was obviously tons of passive sell delta here.
Yeah.
So just kind of taking a stab at the short. Nothing that was a kind of a change in behavior that we've seen. Everything else
What?
has been just kind of slow grind.
I'm being thrown off. Why is your position to like beige?
I'm using a copier and I think it's messing the stop price or
Oh,
the
no, no,
stop
it's not
out or
this.
whatever.
It's the entry. It's like is it always that color?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It's the wrong color.
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen this beige on your chart before.
What are you saying? Beige? The
Like
pink?
no, you see the two. Sorry, I can't really see because of the light, but you see next to the two that line, that color on the right.
This?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's that? What color is that?
I have no idea. Is
Oh,
that different?
oh, I think so. Yeah, I'm almost sure of it. Yeah, I'm rooting for you. 15-minute opening price, bang.
This is a new installation for me on Ninja.
So that'll be why.
It's the default for NT8. Maybe it's a new version. I don't know. Their
Oh.
entries are, everyone else says theirs base as well.
Whoa. I zoomed all the way in by mistake.
This bad boy doesn't really look like it's going to go anywhere for me.
Why does it say risk 283 on a 2-lot? I'd be bugged. I don't know.
Because it's using this one contract buy stop. So I was saying it's wrong. Attach. I don't know. That's something I got to get fixed.
When can we get Jade on here to show us how to make 1K a day using his ORB strategy? I think that's on the books for the year 2000 and never.
Oh, you should at least give it like 2090.
2090. You know what? Speaking of 90, we have 109 likes.
Ugh. Frank, I'm not allowed to talk about them, but they're great. Happy New Year, double up.
Okay, that vein will give you popcorn lung. Thanks. And alcohol will give you liver disease. So if you ever drunk alcohol in your
Thanks.
entire life, then put yourself on a liver transplant list.
I'm going to time out of this trade because we are not moving.
That makes sense.
Maybe it's a little weak. There's a bit of weakness.
Being alive will make you aging. I'm trying to age.
See us down here. Oh, went back to, it was right back at the absorption area. And now it's below it again.
What is it they say? There are 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and
NQ going up.
yeah. Speaking of taxes, fuck taxes.
A lot of people are moving to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, don't blame him. Not Texas. Nothing wrong with Texas. Drop the drop the E and just taxes. The IRS. Not that I pay US tax.
Yeah. Come on, man. Is it when you're begged to trade that you should get out? Is that the time?
Yeah, I don't know. The problem with moving to the Isle of Wight to save on taxes is you've got to live in the Isle of Wight. That doesn't seem worth
I
it.
think the same is true with Puerto Rico. I was talking to my friend about it, and he is from he has family in Puerto Rico. And he's like, "Yeah, I wouldn't move there. My wife is Puerto Rican, and she wouldn't. You got to pay her to move there. You know."
Yeah, I know, I know.
I was like, "Yeah,
Um, I actually don't even know if the Isle of Wight is a tax haven. I don't know. Um, I don't know. Is the UK tax bills that high? My average tax bracket this year is 39.9% or something silly. It's like 40%.
I'm going." Just trying to give it a chance, but
They tried right there, didn't they?
it did a little.
Yeah, some of it's in dividends, so it brings the percentage down to 39.9%. Oh, I don't know.
All right, I'm out for scratch.
Best 50k prop as of right now. Same answer for like the last 3 weeks. 50k Lucid Flex. Poor. Keir Starmer wants my money. Hey, look, they're getting my money. Don't get me wrong. I don't actually have I don't have a problem paying taxes. It just I wish like my family could visit doctors quickly and stuff like that. Not gonna get into it. Country's gone to shit. Doesn't feel right. It's felt right for a long time. Doesn't feel right anymore. Medical insurance is mostly included. Sure, if you want to wait like 4 years for something. Most people I know now just have private medical care. Mambo, how do you like the Lucid Flex or not?
What's up, Phoenix?
We've really gone fucking nowhere, by the way.
I mean, I tried. I reached
I
for a
know.
little short,
Oh, you won one
I
of the
tried.
accounts, Hans? Hans won one of the accounts in the Lucid giveaway. That's what I'm saying.
He won it last week when you for your giveaway.
Yeah, but I wasn't here, remember, because they ran out to the end. So yeah,
How
well, that's what I'm
expensive is
saying.
private medical care in the UK?
Depends. Really depends. It's nothing like the US though. I have most of my media family members on mine, to my knowledge. Um, and it's like maybe like $300-400 a pounds a month ish. But it's like a top of the top one. You could get decent ones for maybe like $100, like 80-90 pounds. It just depends. If you've got asthma, it's higher, like all these things. How do I configure Ninja as a trading view? Um,
Super simple.
yeah, you just click login and then you show NinjaTrader. I click NinjaTrader and you show NinjaTrader details. it sounds so easy, and it sounds like it can't be that easy. It genuinely is that easy.
In the bottom of TradingView, there's a button that says like add broker, the bottom panel. Just click that and search for NinjaTrader.
I can show you quickly if you want.
How in the world did I just pull up TradingView and it's white?
So you just click here, and you click either NinjaTrader or TradeAvate, and then you enter your details for either of those. I'm obviously not going to do that. I logged out to show that, but there you go.
There you go.
That's how you do it. Leo got flashed. Yeah, bang. Yeah, I know the healthcare in the US is kind of crazy.
Come to the light side. Darian, I will never, ever use a white chart. It's just not going to happen.
Throwing flashbang.
See? Now it's going to go. Starting to get some activity here.
Oh, look, they just even TradingView is saying we added a new button to connect the brokerage and manage your trades. Right here, you just click trade, it opens the thing up.
It's
Knew
like,
what we were talking
oh,
about.
Are they watching the show?
Can you do NinjaTrader and TradeAvate as separate brokers? I am going to be 100% honest with you. I don't know the answer to that question. I know that TradeAvate has a brokerage and NinjaTrader has a brokerage. Do I know if they're the same brokerage? I don't know that.
They're the same.
They're the same. So yeah, no, you can't.
I'm like 95% sure they're the same.
Oh, you can in TradingView. Yeah. You could log into both with the same details from either. So if you have TradeAvate details, you can log into NinjaTrader. If you get TradeAvate prop details from prop firms, you can log into NinjaTrader. Do you get quicker hospital referrals if you have private medical care in the UK? Okay, I'll give you an example, right? I had private medical care when I dislocated my knee playing rugby, and I went to the hospital like immediately. They called an ambulance. Like they put my knee was back in place. They gave me a stint, some crutches, like whatever. They told me it would be 18 to 24 months until I could be even looked at for surgery and to get on with the physio they assigned me. So I was like, screw that. I called up Nuffield, who at the time was my private medical insurer, and said, "Hey, I dislocated my knee and need surgery. This is the scans. They've all come back." This was like 2 weeks later. They're like, "Yeah, no worries." I went in on the Friday and I had surgery on the Tuesday. They actually would have done it on the Monday. I had another appointment. So you can just get it done really quick. So yeah, it was super quick, but it was just too long. So like to wait 18 months for the dodgy knee.
Quite a while.
Oh, it's so long, especially for something like a knee, you know.
Yeah. Did you use like a knee brace or not a brace, but like the knee crutches, where you have to roll around?
Oh,
Ever seen
like
those?
on the side, like it allows you to only so much flex in your knee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the
Do you,
NHS is overrun. Yeah, I mean it's just for something that was the pride of our country, it's kind of gone to shit, right? So, um,
the pride of your country was what? Just the healthcare
like
system in
like
general?
the it was such a a thing that everyone in the UK got very high level healthcare. Like and it was
Yeah.
paid for by the taxpayer. Regardless if you worked, didn't work, you had a high paying job, low paying job, whatever. Like the NHS was saying that I guess the country itself was proud of. Like I said, if I called my doctor tomorrow, like the my local doctor that I'm registered to, and said, "Oh, I've had a migraine for 3 weeks," blah blah, they'd be like, "Yeah, come call us back at 8 o'clock tomorrow." And you call, you wait for like 20 minutes, 40 minutes on the phone. Sorry, we've run out of appointments. Call back tomorrow. If that's the way you get appointments. It's like Russian roulette with the phone.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you don't make it, you don't make it. So many people now just have basic healthcare via private medical because you can just walk into,
Oh, right.
yeah. So you're paying.
So it's like American healthcare.
It's not. It's nowhere near as expensive though, right?
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, just like functionally, you like I could call my doctor and get in tomorrow, no
yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Sounds like healthcare by attrition, Frank. That's funny. You don't struggle with appointments where you live, to be fair. You might be just lucky, Sean.
Yeah, yeah. I think it is a bit luck. No.
Why do we only have 188 likes and there's 600 of you on the stream? I don't understand this. I mean, you can't fault us for this shitty price action.
It's fucking awful, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, what are we to do?
15-point range. Look at
Yes.
open up ES, by the way. I actually think the ES might be a single bar for you.
I refuse to open up ES.
Like, okay, I will show everyone ES. This is some really good price action, guys.
Look at that. Incredible.
Brother,
Brother,
Ugh.
what's that, brother?
just long
So-
RTY, never going down until it's down 4% in one
Is
day.
that a 30-second chart?
Yeah, it's a 30-second chart. But I mean,
Oh
look at the
my
opening.
God.
Look around the open. The open looks good, right?
Yeah, I mean, the open was good for both.
Yeah, they look good. Like there's just nothing up here. Yeah, like wicks down, buy straight back up, wicks up, sell straight back down. They're just like this looks like an Asia range. This like looks like a peak hours of Asia
Yeah.
chart. Yeah, it's
This is why I don't
horrific.
trade Globex. Chat.
Just reminds you we
YM
are
has been on
currently.
a tear. Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
New highs in NQ and inbound? Question mark.
Andy, I think that Andy, yes. They're going for it.
Oh,
Good cover though.
thank you.
Leo's whole face lights up from the white when he looks at Jane's chart. I'm only Jane on a Wednesday evening. It's Tuesday evening.
He said
Sorry.
Kane.
No, I know.
Typo.
I know. I know. I was making a joke that on a Wednesday evening I'm a cross-dresser. Can I not make that joke?
Can you explain how you use Delta Towers? I don't.
That was quick. Oh yeah, kitten. That was funny. That actually was funny. I go into the Lucid Discord. Hey guys. Joe responds. Hey kitten. I mean Kane. That was so funny.
It's funny.
Sterling, I very, very, very rarely add to positions. Um, I find it incredibly hard to add to winners, and I find it incredibly stupid to add to losers. So I suck at that. That's one thing I really want to get better at this year. So
I
yeah,
will link you to a little thing I wrote about how I enter and exit trades, trade management. I will send it to the production folks. Just a part of my playbook. We also did a actual podcast episode as well on this same topic. So if you wanted to listen to that, Yeah, POSA. That would be a good resource. If you were interested in how I approach things.
Would I ever automate my strategy into an algo? Sure. I just think there's an element of, well, there's no element about it, is most of my strategy is me. Like my ability to just sit there and press the button or don't if I like it. And it's hard to quantify that. I've tried, actually. Sometimes I just don't like the chart.
The
And yeah,
biggest
you might
challenge for I think the
go
biggest
on.
challenge for me would be to find a developer that would be willing to do whatever I say at all times and monitor it 24/7 because I'm not a technical person. Um, so somebody would have to run the algo and it wouldn't be me.
Whoa. No way. You'd hire someone to run the algo? The
Yeah.
algo? The entire thing?
Oh, is now
Claude
a
is
good
your guy?
time? Is now a good time for
What?
me to tell you?
Did you turn it off? You turned the algo off?
It is my algo
You turned it off, didn't you? I knew you turned it off.
on
It,
January. Yeah. And over Christmas break when the CME was broken.
yeah, I knew it. That's why you drove all that way. Didn't go for Christmas, did you?
AI will be there. A friend of mine is using Claude to automate entries. I do, in fact, drive a white vehicle that's very large.
Margin requirements adjusting for algo shift. Are they?
What
Are
kind of
you
money are we talking?
being serious
What kind
or?
of money are we talking? That's the catch is you have to buy into it with me. So you have to do the work for free. That's how it works.
I mean, that's kind of a win.
I
You
own
don't
a
know what?
white van, but not the van. How do you know
Well, you
it's
don't
not the van?
because Nick owns the van.
Leo looks like a guy who would drive a Ram 2500. I wouldn't actually drive a Ram 2500. Um, Smart Trade, I'm still waiting. My man. No, I'm just kidding. Um, I think it's been a while since I've had to go, remember that time in my life. But generally speaking, about 1 to 1.5 years. And I'm probably it took me a while to get there. I'll just be honest about that. I'm a hard-headed type person. Maybe. I've never been in a fight. No, I'm not long. MQ, Kane, or nobody's long. We're not in a trade.
Yeah, I'm out. For that reason, I'm out.
Kane is playing Candy Crush.
No, no, okay. Well, I wasn't playing anything actually. I was looking at Break Trade Stories. He's hiring for uh a personal assistant in Dorado, and he just made a funny story about it. So
Oh, rake trades.
yeah, he moved out of New York.
Did you see his meme video that was hilarious, the Interstellar one?
Yeah, that was hilarious. That
Oh
that
my
tickled me.
God.
He's
I
funny
bought
for
the
that.
dip.
I
I was
bought the
just
dip. It just keeps
just
dipping.
like you told me, I bought the dip and it just kept
That was
dipping.
funny.
That was such a good skit. My family installs swimming pools and we use the larger Ford trucks and the Ram. What does an average swimming pool cost?
Yeah.
Are we
Asking
talking
for a
in
friend.
ground?
Short
Darian just
90s.
called
Yeah,
me
weekdays.
soft. Okay.
Didn't Darian have his appendix removed because he's so soft? I believe he did.
I believe so.
Yeah. That's how soft he is. Imagine being so soft your appendix attacks you. Imagine that.
He's like, damn, you guys just got me.
You got me. No, I'm kidding. I'm glad you survived that. Life threatening. Quite literally. You know, my friend, one of my friends is asthmatic, and if he ever pipes up at me, I'm like, bro, stop. If you could suck at one thing in life, you chose to suck to breathe. Like, come on, behave. Would I be able to talk about my setup and strategy? There is a video online that talks about it pretty much in depth that I cannot do it any justice in 16 minutes.
Do you want to try?
I
I'm just
basically
kidding.
buy 4 hour lows and sell 4 hour highs and sell 50% of the unbalanced range within those moves. That's the total essence of my strategy. I use inversions to get in, 15-minute lows to de-risk. Um,
Look up Kane on Chart Fanatics.
yeah. It doesn't have all of it, but most of it's there.
My wife would like a pool, but I know who would have to take care of it. The pool boy, Griffin.
Yeah.
Today we're gonna have Kane saying it's out live, algo time live. Hello?
Hello?
Trader Alex said hello.
Oh, Alex. Alex, is it working now? Should be. Let me check who I fixed it.
What did Composite Trader say? 40K? Is he the guy that does the pools? Oh, that was Mark. 50K?
50K
40K?
for a pool.
I think they're more now.
Or do you
Can we
think
get
they're
them
more
meow?
now?
Darian wants the meow. Don't do it. Don't give Darian the pleasure of hearing the meow. Not to,
Meow.
damn it. Production hates me.
Checks out. I think they do.
Yeah, that makes sense. Blue Shark, 100K, and that's where you start. I mean,
Wait,
that's a
for
big range.
a
50K
hundred,
to 100K.
$100,000 for a swimming pool.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're not that expensive here.
My friend did one about a year, say 2 years ago. And they did the whole thing, like hot tub, swimming pool with a huge water slide, fountain, etc. And it
Hmm.
was take the 100 and add a couple.
Times by three. Yeah, sorry. I don't enjoy swimming that much.
Oh, they're above ground swimming in the UK?
No, they're below. What do you think?
No. Are they above ground or below ground in the UK?
It depends. I think most of them are below, but you can have an up above if you want. I don't understand why you would.
Yeah.
How much is a moat in the UK? God knows. So we have gone from when we opened roughly today, we opened a little bit like here. We've gone up 25 points before going down 10. That was what we went. We went down 10 to go up 25, up 35.
We started when we got on stream, the price was 816.
Yeah, it's 8:31, so we've gone up 15 points from from where we when we got on. Wow, this was the most painful trade to close yet.
Oh, don't worry, it gets worse.
Oh, it gets worse. Lovely. Here in the States, only people in Tennessee have above ground pools. Is that true?
Wait, what?
People in Tennessee have above ground pools.
No, I think people have above ground pools all over just because they're cheaper. They're less expensive.
A lot in Utah. My experience of Utah is that most of them are below ground.
It would actually be counterintuitive to be above ground in Colorado and Utah, I think.
Yeah, I agree. You know what I really want to do this year? Lake Powell. Attention traders, it's algo time. Said that without moving my lips.
Amazing.
Crazy. Oh wow, they instantly took the high. Instantly.
Imagine that.
Who would have guessed?
There's more offers at 44 if you want to go get them.
Has it snowed in Utah? It hasn't snowed. It wasn't snowing in Utah. Yeah, Jake said the snowpack in Utah is complete shit.
Many people in the South don't have indoor plumbing. Are you kidding?
Oh, it snowed 2 inches in the last 48 hours. Yeah, I know. One of my friends goes to Utah every year to ski, and on they were flying out Boxing Day. Oh, 2 feet. Okay, that's a lot more. And they were like, "It's not skied yet. It's not skiable right now. Don't bring your ski stuff." So, yeah. Kane dropping an annual salary on a sim racing rig and thinks a swimming pool is expensive. I can't fucking move the swimming pool to a different house. I can move the sim rig wherever I want. I also can't resell the swimming pool unless I sell the house, you know? I don't know, it seems like a big waste of money.
Did you start to buy gear for your sim racing?
Not yet. I've got it all listed out though.
Are you gonna do like I assume you're gonna do like the what's the fucking cars?
Formula One.
Formula One. Yeah.
I am. To be honest, though, once you have a setup, like it's like I would always prefer the Formula One racing setup, like the seat.
Versus like NASCAR.
Yeah, like I like to be low and yeah. So I would just use that even if I was gonna do um any others. Our inversion's
Super. No, go
go
ahead.
on.
Sorry.
Our inversion's the only way I get into a trade. Yes and no.
Oh, hello.
More often than not, yes.
Some chap here put 300 lots, 385 lots at 829. The market's like, meh.
For 300 damn many lots, it didn't really do much, to be honest.
He's still sitting there. He's waiting. Mr. Market sells homes. Is that a realtor? They gobbled that up.
Here in America, it appreciates the
Oh
house by
no,
a
he
decent
pulled.
percent.
He pulled.
The thing is like a swimming pool in the UK is absolutely fucking pointless because it's hot for like 3 days of the 365 days of the year. So I would have guessed that it doesn't appreciate your house by that much unless it's an indoor pool.
I would agree with that.
Because okay, this year we probably got like 2 weeks of summer, and it's a joke when I say there's only 3 days of summer. But like the reality is it's so hot so few days of the year in the UK. It's not worth it. My auntie and uncle have a pool, and they just straight up they love it for 5 days of the year, and their kids love it. But like, yeah, you sold homes for 30 years. Oh, you're talking about the American, yeah, right. Yeah, I imagine pools do help houses sell in the summer like that. Like if you rock up in the heat and there's no pool, it's probably enough to put you off, right? Traveled to the UK as a teen, airline lost my luggage and I froze to death the whole time. I think that might be an exaggeration there. You did not freeze to death, you are typing in a YouTube chat right now. But it is fucking cold here, I would agree. Like even when it's warm. Chat, how did everyone get on today? Let's try and be positive for the last few minutes of the stream. Anyone had a good green day, red day, break even? Let us know. Bad, net green, small green, minus 400 on your new funded. Yeah, we'll get it back tomorrow. Super green, let you know in 5. Bad this morning, good this afternoon. Gave back about 25% of my AM gains, all green, red, solid green, made 17 points within 30 minutes of open, chilling, small green, blew up. Ooh, Reginald, sorry to hear that, brother. Up 1K on the account I won in the giveaway. Shout out Jake. He's trying to steal AJ's money. Small red, small green. The consensus across the board by the looks of it.
Good night, Swally. Good night.
Stonks go up.
We are barcoding.
We are dark coding.
I think
Who's it?
tomorrow's open is going to be much better than today's close.
Let's hope so.
Because guess what?
What?
You and me
Let's run
are
it
going to
back,
go
baby.
for round 2 tomorrow morning. Trading the open.
Trading the open. Let's go.
Trading the close sucked. Sorry, nothing we can do about it. But tomorrow
Chat,
morning,
you were the highlight of Trade the Close today.
you guys were the highlight of Trade the Close, literally. Hopefully the market will be the hero tomorrow morning at the open.
I believe.
Making you blush? I'm cool with that. Are we not usually? Wow.
No.
How
Honestly.
dare you say that?
No, it's fine. I'll deal with Sean. No, Sean,
Okay.
you specifically, you're not that fun normally. So there you go. Sorry, brother. You clicked the like button twice every time. Exactly. Traitor. Traitor. Let's take a vote. Should we let Sean back in the chat or should we ban him?
Y'all want to see a dead body?
And he just got shot. He's already suffering, chat. We won't let him suffer anymore. That chat is what you call karma.
Tariff ruling Friday, NFP Friday, Michigan's consumer sentiment Friday. There's a lot
Oh,
of
it's just
things on
NFP this
Friday.
week, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, consumer sentiment is a mover, but it's during the market.
Have we had an NFP since the market, since the government got back in?
To be honest with you, I don't really know. I think so.
Did we have
I think so.
December's?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Oh. It was just very boring. Yeah, I remember. Interesting. Leo, did you
We
get the
did.
baby goat milk?
We did. We
Nice.
got lots
Shout
of
out baby goat milk.
got lots of goat milk for the baby.
Chat, who's gonna be back here tomorrow?
Say put a W in the chat if you're gonna be back tomorrow.
W's in the chat. You're here every day. I know you are, Fiber.
Beans and toast. Say beans and toast. Say it again.
It Kane.
He's scared. He doesn't want to get clipped.
I'm just too smart for you guys. Holy crap, they really just absolutely let it go. We got more price action. We got more a move in this 30-second candle than we got all session. It dropped 15 points in a second.
All right, chat. The market did actually not move while
the
we
square
were
root
on
of
screen.
fuck all. Yeah,
We closed where we got on at. So guess what? Thank you for being the highlight of our show as usual. Appreciate you guys for jumping on. Thank you for the like button, smashing that thing, and thanks for subscribing. We'll see you tomorrow morning for Trade the Open.
Tomorrow morning, boys and girls, be there, be
See
square.
you, chat.
Ciao.
Bye.